Yo, what's good, what's good, what's good? It's your boy Craig Lamar, and I'm back with another reaction. Man, I am reacting to the GOP Republican debate that happened the other day in California. And let me tell you, just to start off, it was a shit show. Just like, honestly, debate one. But needless to say, it's your boy Puig Lamar, and I'm back with another reaction. And everybody do reactions, but we just different because we gonna keep it real. Yes, sir. With all that being said, man, let's jump straight into it. The GOP Republican debate occurred 2 days ago, and it was a shit show. In layman terms, it was a shit show. Donald Trump, former President Donald Trump, decided not to participate again in this debate. And honestly, I take two things away from last night or the other night. Right, first thing is that there is no clear winner. Well, there should be no clear candidate, rather, for the Republican Party. Secondly, Donald Trump is not the answer. Let's say that for a couple of different reasons, right? I out of all the candidates, I enjoy probably Vivek the most. Only because one, his composure, his ability to explain things, is some of the things that I look for within a leader. Right? How well can you explain things as a leader of the free country? That's one thing that we yearn for as Americans, is to be more included in what the hell is going on with the decisions that are being made on our behalf, right? And his ability to explain things and be impartial to a lot of the delicacies that's going on in American society today is very imperative for the future, right? So that is he's my favorite candidate. The only thing about it is, I'm not sure a big former guy, even though all that he's done, and making supposedly making drugs that are supposed to be more cause conscience, not really back in big pharma, but you're in the industry, so how could you not be a part of that? And I know he have legislative things that will try to combat those things, like making it easier to pass certain FDA regulations and things like that. But does that really help? What does that do by rushing drugs to market, right? So there's a lot of ups and downs to that, but as of right now, he's my favorite candidate. But there's still no clear candidate, right? As a mads, I would say. And to address the Donald Trump statement, as far as him not being the answer, is that man, one, we saw what it was like when you did debate, right? I would like to see what it is like now after being the president, after sitting in that chair, the experience that you should have gained after being a former world leader. I want to see that insight, right? I want to see some of your responses on the stage to where people can combat you or debate you, right? That's the whole purpose, is to debate you about your stances, right? Not having that opportunity or not being able to see that opportunity, I feel like is not fair to Americans that are looking to vote for you. Just plain honest, right? How can we support someone if we don't feel like we have the full breakdown of where you stand? And yeah, you can go out there and you can pitch it to us, but let's see it from other experts in the field, right? One thing they always say about scientists, when scientists do research, is let other scientists look at it, right? Let other people in the field dissect and give their opinions on that same case study, and to show something to be true, right? And so that's what we really are. That's my stance on things, especially with former President Donald. And another thing, he has so much going on legally that I wouldn't feel comfortable with him being a candidate, let alone the president of the free world, when you're facing indictments from the same country that you're looking to run. And honestly, until he was to get all that cleared up, I wouldn't feel comfortable putting him in office. More so because he's likely to get indicted on some count, and are we really gonna have a former jail person, run the free country? Especially when it's something that is not of how can I put this? Something not of matter. And when I say matter, something like Nelson Mandela. He went, was wrongly in prison, but not only that, but he stood for something. You know, Donald Trump is going to jail for a plethora of issues, but none of them are for anything concerning the American people, right? And so that is really my biggest issue and my biggest concern with that is, dude, you need to get your house in order before you try to run before you try to run the big house. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get your own house in order before you try to run the big house, right? And he's just not there yet. And when he ran the first time, there was speculation and there was things that was being said, but there was nothing, having the guy go to court, and now shit, man. He's like indicted in 4 different states right now. The dude's facing, criminal charges in 4 different states, and it's a shit show. America is honestly becoming another shit show, and I dread if this election is going to be anything like last election. Just there's no way. One, Biden cannot be president again. Can we all agree on that? Secondly, who's gonna be the Democratic? I mean, America. Who is gonna be step? I really don't see that many leaders, guys. I really don't. That's putting their name in, that's throwing their name in the hat that we can really trust and believe in. Politicians are politicians to begin with. Can't trust them as far as you can throw them. But at the end of the day, we need to have some kind of level of trust with the person that we're electing. And right now, it's really in the air. It's really in the air. Besides Vivek, and there's a lot of people have their concerns about him. But I mean, I don't know, man. Like he's the guy that I would put my money on to be the leader of the free country, but he just don't have enough support. He just don't have it, right? He doesn't, and I don't know, man. Maybe this is something maybe for 2028, that where things could look differently for him. But as of right now, I just don't see that happening, and so. But with that being said, I don't see a clear-cut candidate for the Republican Party. I don't. What are you guys' thoughts? How do you guys feel about that? Am I completely off? What is your stance on it? Who would you choose to be the Republican Party? Or do you think that there's a clear favorite? Am I missing something? Let me know, right? Let me know. Like, that's what this is for, guys. Is open dialogue. I'm just your everyday American citizen, man. These are my personal opinions. And if anything's offending you, fuck you. Because it's not meant to offend you. It's meant to create a dialogue. It's meant to create an understanding, right? From my side, which is other Americans' perspective as well, right? And at the end of the day, everyone deserves to be heard. Everyone deserves the right for freedom of speech. Just make sure that your speech isn't deemed as harmful or hateful, right? And that's one thing that we preach on here is peaceful. And so be respectful in the comments. Be peaceful in the comments. Let's try not to incite anything regarding hate or anything of that nature. But other than that, man, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Drop those comments below. Let's be engaged. Let's get your feedback. Let's see where you stand. And hey, man, and until next time.